Good evening. I'm Mayor Andy Shore. Welcome to the 34th edition of Silver Bells in the City. Silver Bells in the City is a Lansing tradition that brings together family and friends from all over Michigan to celebrate the holiday season in the capital city. Tonight's event will feature special outdoor performances, all highlighted by the 22nd annual Electric Light Parade. Immediately following the parade, thousands will gather at Michigan and Capitol Avenues for the highly anticipated lighting of the state tree and the community sing-along. Lansing native Phil Denny will accompany Megan McNeil for tonight's performance. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Silver Bells in the City Electric Light Parade. The Silver Bells in the City Parade broadcast is supported by Delta Dental of Michigan, proud Lansing supporter, committed to improving the oral and overall health of Michigan children and adults. Learn more about Delta Dental at deltadentalmi.com. And by Spartan Motors. Spartan Motors, headquartered in Charlotte, is proud to call Mid-Michigan home, manufacturing purpose-built fire trucks, delivery vehicles, and RV chassis. Spartan Motors employs nearly 2,200 associates in facilities across 7 states and 3 countries. Learn more at SpartanMotors.com. And now, coming to you live from downtown Lansing, here are your hosts for tonight's celebration. Fox 47 Morning Blend co-host Bob Hoffman, from Capital Area District Libraries, Mark Vazita, and Fox 47 News anchor Sarah Swistak.
Good evening and welcome to the 34th annual Silver Bells in the City, coming to you live from downtown Lansing, just steps away from our Capitol building. I'm Sarah Swistak, and joining me this evening for this holiday celebration is Bob Hoffman and Mark Vazita.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Isn't it though?
We're here again, and I am so glad because it snowed this morning, which made me wake up and feel like, hey, it's time for the holidays. It's time for this.
Yeah.
It does. It puts you in the spirit for the kickoff to the holidays, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
And it's really, temperature-wise, it's not too bad outside tonight.
Not yet. Yeah.
Not yet.
Right?
But I gotta tell you, it snuck up on me, this whole thing, because it's like all of a sudden it's November and time for Silver Bells.
Right.
Yeah, hard to believe, right?
It is. But tonight we bring you the 22nd annual Electric Light Parade held during Silver Bells. It features more than 60 illuminated floats. We've got 11 local high school marching bands, and 12 new floats are new for the first time.
And I love that, don't you, when there are new entries? I mean, there are always crowd favorites that are out there, and people have their favorite, whether it might be the Caterpillar.
Oh, you know.
Or,
you know what mine is.
Yes. The Petoskey Steel Drum Band will be making an appearance later. Those are crowd favorites, but it's so nice to have some new entries, too. And the work and the preparation that these entries and floats go into is really incredible.
But I want to say it's hard work.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see what they come up with.
It is.
Right. And now, there's a 5,000 light minimum for each of the parade entries, with the exception of marching bands and the banners, of course. So there's more than 325,000 lights on 65 entries that will be illuminating the streets of downtown Lansing.
That is a lot of lights.
Each float has to have 5,000 lights, right?
Yes, that's right.
That's a lot of lights.
And so the parade is getting ready to step off right now, and we can tell you about the parade route. It steps off at the corner of Lenawee and South Washington Square, and then we'll come down Ottawa Street and south on Capitol Avenue, and then we'll pass right behind us.
Silver Bells in the City is a 3-day event that comes together thanks to more than 70 sponsors, 500 volunteers, and 8 months of planning. That's
Yes.
a lot of work. The event is also planned by a 25-member coordinating committee that's under the direction of Downtown Lansing, Inc.
And the Electric Light Parade is under the direction of Michael DeMartellera, who is the parade chair and staging director, of course, with the assistance of the Lansing Host Lions Club. The parade has been a nighttime fixture since 1987.
Has it been that long already? Wow. It's been fun to watch the Silver Bells event in general evolve and change over the years.
Yeah.
And, obviously the addition of the light parade was a huge thing, and people love it.
You've been around town for a long time.
Yes, I think I've attended every one of these events in one form or another, coming with my family years ago, and through library events over the years, and obviously now great to be here with all of you. So anyway, it's great fun. Well, and of course, following the electric light parade is the lighting of the state Christmas tree. And this year, we're really excited to see what it's going to look like. It's the big reveal that people look forward to, the countdown 3, 2, 1, and then the lights go on.
And I'm always excited to see what colors they choose.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's always a big surprise.
Different every year, right? Now, the Lansing Board of Water and Light had an integral part in getting the state Christmas tree ready for its big moment, as well as overseeing many of the holiday decorations that are in the downtown area installed. And so we certainly thank them for all their work and efforts leading up to Silver Bells Night.
Yeah, they did a fabulous job.
Sure
And we
did.
had the chance to talk to Richard Peffley, the chief executive for the Lansing Board of Water and Light, recently about their role in the event.
What is BWL's involvement in Silver Bells? Well, we've been involved with it since it started, and it goes back so many years I can't remember. I've been to every one, but we do a lot for Silver Bells. We decorate the holiday tree out in front of the Capitol. We hang the wreaths on the poles, which are new this year. LED lights in those, LEDs on the trees. We're part of all the setup, working with the city. We are a presenting sponsor, which we've been for every year that I know of, along with the city. So it's just a great time, and we're looking forward to it. This is an electric light parade, and we're an electric company. We also give back to the community in many ways. Silver Bell is just one of a handful of ways that we do events to help give back to the community and support the community that we're part of. Our employees work and live in the Lansing area, and we are really excited to be a part of Silver Bells every year. And I don't want anybody to forget that we'll be working with the United States Marine Corps on the Toys for Tots program. Very exciting to collect toys for folks that may not be as well off as the rest of us. We'll have our toy mill set up downtown that you can drop toys off to, and you can bring them over to the Board of Water and Light prior to the event and all the way up to the parade. The Board of Water and Light loves to be part of this event. It is just great for the community. For all of you watching that out there, we encourage you next year to come down here and live it right on the side of the curb.
There are so many events taking place downtown during Silver Bells in the city. In fact, there are performances by nearly 50 regional arts and cultural organizations. We've got school groups downtown tonight, storytellers, hand carolers, you name it, we've got it down here.
We had a choir just in City Hall. It was beautiful to listen to when we were getting ready.
Right. And one of the other great things is all of the stores and restaurants downtown, they stay open late and extra hours tonight for the Silver Bells event. And while it's good business for them, it's also a great way to show off all of the great things that are available in downtown Lansing. And one of the other things going on is the Toys for Tots collection. The Marine Corps, of course, is doing that again this year. And there's a free concert at the Lansing Center tonight following the Silver Bells event. And of course, the most popular thing, again, is the Electric Light Parade, which is starting to make its way down right now.
I'm excited to see it.
Right.
Well, we are delighted to hear from the Silver Bells Electric Light Parade sponsors right now.
The Lansing Board of Water and Light is pleased to be the presenting sponsor of Silver Bells in the city. Each year, the BWL and the City of Lansing give back to the community by sponsoring events like Silver Bells. And what a wonderful tradition this has become to kick off the holiday season. On behalf of everyone at the Lansing Board of Water and Light, happy holidays and all the best in the new year.
For more than 50 years, the men and women of IBEW 665 and NECA have provided quality workmanship and electrical contracting for the Lansing community.
Silver Bells in the City is a family tradition spanning 34 years.
Since 2003, IBEW and NECA have partnered with the city by adding rooftop lighting to downtown buildings for all to see.
As proud electrical light parade sponsors of Lansing's premier holiday event,
We would like to thank you for tuning in this evening to kick off the holiday season with us.
on behalf of IBEW 665 and NECA, we wish you and your family a happy and healthy holiday season.
Another activity taking place in Silver Bells is the annual Silver Bells Village in the 100 block of Allegan Street. Now, the village has made its debut in 2010 and features many merchants selling unique goods, of course. And there's a commemorative Silver Bell ornament, which Mark has a sample
Well, and I have
of.
one of these here to show you right there. This is what the 2018 ornament looks like.
This is your Vanna White moment.
That's
Don't
right.
mess it
That's
up.
right. That's right. Yes. take a look at this here. This is the lovely creation here. It can be purchased for $20 each in the Silver Bells Village or online at silverbellsinthecity.org or at the Lafitte Gallery on East Michigan Avenue. So a great ornament. You can hang it on your tree, and many people are collecting these. We've been doing this now for a number of years, and they put them on their tree and decorate during the holiday season.
And I want to say Tiffany Marie of Lafitte Gallery has been chosen to create and produce the commemorative ornament, and you can visit Lafitte right downtown.
Absolutely
Gallery.
right.
Always a beautiful ornament. Well, the Lansing State Journal is our Silver Bells Village sponsor. Let's listen in.
The Lansing State Journal is a proud media partner of Silver Bells in the City. You can keep up with us online at lsj.com, on social media events, or like this one to stay on top of what's going on right now.
Visit us in the Silver Bells Village and at other community events throughout the year to learn about the exciting things going on right here in Love Lansing, as well as throughout the region.
And from all of us at the LSJ, happy holidays.
Stay tuned. There is much more to come. You're watching the 34th annual Silver Bells in the City.
You know, in 2012, the first live broadcast of the Electric Light Parade aired on Fox 47, WKAR, and Lansing City TV, local government, Channel 12. Now, for the past 5 years, Silver Bells TV broadcast has averaged over 24,000 households tuning in. That's equal to the entire populations, DeWitt, Grand Ledge, Williamston combined. People love this show, and we love you for watching.
Hello, everyone out there. Thanks for watching from your nice warm home.
How many people are cozy in under a blanket? And of course, replays too. We could mention too that the Silver Bells broadcast will be replayed on Thanksgiving Day and on Black Friday and all throughout the holiday season as well on Lansing Public Media Channel too.
Yeah, plenty of chances to catch us. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Well, we are so fortunate to have two special partners that sponsor Fox 47's coverage of this magical event for our entire viewing area. Let's watch.
Happy holidays. I'm Tom Schultz, Chief Administrative Officer at Spartan Motors. This year, we're proud to return as a broadcast sponsor of the Lansing area's biggest and best holiday tradition, Silver Bells in the City. For 34 years, Silver Bells and Electric Light Parade have brought communities across the Lansing area together to celebrate the joy of the season right here in our beautiful capital city. From all of us at Spartan Motors, we hope you enjoyed tonight's festivities, and we wish you and yours the happiest of holidays and a wonderful new year.
Delta Dental of Michigan is proud to support Lansing's annual Silver Bells in the City as a broadcast partner for the third year. At Delta Dental, we are committed to building brighter futures by creating healthy, smart, vibrant communities throughout Michigan. Supporting treasured local traditions like Silver Bells is just one way we do that. We hope you enjoy tonight's festivities. May you have a bright and healthy new year.
And it's great to see so many bands participating in the Silver Bells in the City Parade again this year. Tonight, 11 local high school marching bands will be all competing for the Best Illuminated Band Award during the parade. 2 awards are given tonight, one for a small band under 75 members and one for a large band over 75 members.
That's right. And each winning school that is most well lit wins a $500 gift card to Marshall Music and a $500 cash prize from the Lansing Board of Water and Light. So the band winners will be announced later this evening. We'll have those announcements right here, so be sure to stay tuned later in the broadcast.
Yeah, you won't want to miss it. Well, the parade is getting closer and closer to us, and later this evening we will enjoy the state tree lighting, followed by a wonderful musical performance by Megan McNeil from season 13 of NBC's The Voice, and Billboard chart-topping saxophonist Phil Denny in front of the state capitol building. Let's hear from some of our community partners who made this all possible.
I'm Keith Granger, CEO of Granger Waste Services, and this is Captain Kirby. We're better known as your local garbage men. At Granger, we're proud to be part of Silver Bells in the City, and especially proud to be the Christmas tree lighting sponsor for this special event. On behalf of the Granger family, Captain Kirby, and our 270 associates, I would like to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas.
Lake Trust is happy to support Silver Bells, and we're looking forward to watching the parade and all of the festivities. We love Lansing, and Silver Bells has become an annual tradition for us. The holiday season brings together our family, friends, neighbors, and community. And tonight we kick off the holiday tradition with Silver Bells in the City. We're always excited to see the streets of downtown Lansing fill with the magic of the holiday. Lake Trust Credit Union is proud to be part of the greater Lansing community. Happy holidays and enjoy Silver Bells.
It's getting closer. I can certainly hear it. You're watching the 34th annual Silver Bells in the City.
Now, I suppose they're accustomed, especially for the Detroit Lions, to cold weather. So this probably isn't a big shock to them. Mickey Mouse might have been a little chillier from...
I actually wondered about that today. I was thinking, what are they going to wear?
They do play indoors, so
Yeah.
I feel like this wind may be a little unexpected for them.
And here's Paws. Paws has been the Detroit Tigers mascot since 1995 and is excited to make his first appearance in the Electric Light Parade alongside crowd favorites and newcomers as tonight's special guest. The Grand Marshal and special guest vehicles are generously provided by Shaheen Chevrolet.
Well, he's sure getting the crowd going, isn't he?
Absolutely.
All right, I spot
Looking
a
good there.
carriage. So
Yes.
please give a warm welcome to City of Lansing Mayor Andy Shore, his wife Erin, and their children Ryan and Hannah. On behalf of the mayor and his family, we wish you a happy and safe holiday season. Lansing's time is now.
It's always great to see so many people out downtown, and we have another carriage coming up, welcoming State Representative Tom Cochran, representing the great state of Michigan, and Representative Cochran is serving his third term representing Michigan's 67th House District, and he is joined tonight by his wife, Kathy.
I always think what a neat honor that would be to be in the parade and coming down on the
In a carriage,
in the carriage
no
like
less.
that.
How much fun.
Absolutely.
Anytime that you can take a carriage ride, it's fun.
It's fun.
You know?
I always say this every year. One year, that's how we have to make our entrance in this parade, but we'll work on that for
You
next
can
year.
make that happen.
Yeah,
next year,
Yeah,
maybe.
pull some strings. That would be fun.
And the horses are so nice too. There they go.
Yeah, I wouldn't, and you know, they look forward to this too. They get excited. The
Did you
horses,
interview them
too.
first?
I did.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Well, and we mentioned the state Christmas tree earlier. And in the parade this year is Mike and Shelley Cato and their daughter Evelyn. We welcome them to the capital city. Their family donated this year's official state Christmas tree and will be joining us, or they're joining us from Alpena. This year's tree, the spruce, is 62 feet tall. It traveled 240 miles before reaching the capital, and the tree will shine for the very first time this evening in a special ceremony following the parade. What
My favorite parts of this whole event is when they light up the tree.
You always
Absolutely.
hear that gasp and that big
Yeah.
exclamation
Yes,
from the
yes.
crowd. It's very exciting.
And I think, what would it be like to have a tree that's been in your yard for years, and then all of a sudden it's on the Capitol
It's
steps?
an honor.
That's
Right.
pretty cool, isn't
It's
it?
an honor, and we're gonna, hear from the family or see the family a little bit later too,
Right.
and having somebody come to your door and say that, I want your tree.
Right, right.
To that, the Lansing Board of Water and Light and the City of Lansing are proud presenting sponsors of tonight's 34th annual Silver Bells in the City Parade, and the Hometown Power Company, the Lansing Board of Water and Light, has their bucket truck covered with LED net lighting. There it is. The bucket truck is leading the way for their float.
And is that Louie the Lightning Bug on there? Did I see Louie there?
I thought it did. Oh, there's that bucket truck.
there's the
There
bucket truck.
is the float featuring a showcase of hometown people and hometown power with special guests, as you mentioned, Louie the Lightning Bug. This float is beautifully sparkling with over 15,000 lights. That's a lot of lights.
That's
That
really
sure
awesome.
is. Could you imagine untangling all these when they're in storage? That's what I want to know. That's what I want video of.
Rigging up the lights,
Because
always
if
the
they
hardest
look
thing.
at it-
Because
like-
you and I probably have problems with one strand of lights.
Right? That's
Could you
what I'm thinking. I have a
imagine?
hard enough time unwinding one. And
I
if
know.
they have 15,000 of them,
Right?
But how cool is that?
it looks beautiful.
Very nice.
All right, I see our first band. Next up is the Corunna Marching Cavaliers. This 110-member band is directed by Craig Luft and led under the direction of senior drum majors Camerson Campbell and Katie Zvonek. Tonight, there are 10 high school marching bands competing for the Best Illuminated Band Awards. Two $1,000 prizes will be presented to the best lit bands, courtesy of the Lansing Board of Water and Light and Marshall Music. Good luck, Cavaliers.
IBEW Local 665 and NECA are leaders in the electrical industry, and their banner and float represents what together they do best, which is lighting up Lansing. This float is high tech with 6 LED flat screen TVs, more than 10,000 smart LED lights, 3 handmade neon signs, a state-of-the-art sound system, and computer-programmed light controls.
Oh, wow.
I love that
That's
fist in
really
the state
cool.
of Michigan. How cool is that?
Awesome.
That's really cool. I wonder what they're
Oh,
going
and the
to do
whole
with
side
those
lights
TVs
Very impressive.
when they're done.
I'll put in a good word for you, Bob.
Okay.
We'll see what we can do.
Just park that in the living room.
Yeah, right? All right, it is McGruff reminding all of us to help take a bite out of crime. McGruff's Safe House is presented by the Neighborhood Advisory Board of the Lansing Police Department. Riding on the float are neighborhood watch coordinators who spend their time keeping their neighborhoods safe places. Pulling this float is the Lansing Police Department's Great Van. And thank you to all those coordinators for all your hard work keeping us safe.
That's another one of my favorite ones every year because I can just envision myself sitting on that porch and riding along the downtown streets. That looks so much fun. Very nice. Well, and coming up next, I have some, call this one of my favorites because these are some
You're slightly biased, I feel
great
like.
people here. Here comes a brightly painted train, complete with engine, caboose, and 2 passenger cars, all covered in a variety of sparkling lights. Riding aboard the Little Reading Railroad is Link the Library Cat from Capital Area District Libraries and his friend Big Lug, the mascot of the Lansing Lugnuts. I know a few things about those people.
I can imagine.
And the train is another example, and we've used that at the library a number of times for different programs in the winter and the summer. And
I'm sure the kids love it.
They
Big
do.
kids and little kids alike.
Absolutely right. And to be joined by Big Lug tonight, that's pretty cool.
What an honor for Link.
Absolutely. Our friends at Capital Area District Libraries.
Well, I hear another band coming, so that tells me it must be the Holt Rams Marching Band. It is 215 members strong, and they're playing a medley of carols for us tonight. The Rams are directed by Michael Emerson and led under the direction of senior drum major Cecilia Herring and Nam Fan, and sophomore drum major Sarah Miller. You're watching the 34th annual Silver Bells in the City.
All right, here next is the 40-ton heavy-duty wrecker shining bright from Northside Service with 15,000 blue LED lights. Northside Towing is a family owned and operated by the Finley family and has been providing the community with hometown service since 1967.
You know, if it looked like that when they towed you, it wouldn't be such a bad experience, I'd have to say.
We'll ask him to keep
Something
those
to
lights
think
on.
about,
Yes,
right?
for the holidays. Very good. And making their parade debut is Mr. Winter Services. It looks like a snowman is driving this large loader with help from some elves on snow radar. This unit is decked out with more than 10,000 lights.
And welcome to the parade.
Absolutely.
What a great first year for you. Well, walking by now is the Delta Dental of Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana banner there. They, along with Spartan Motors, are tonight's live broadcast partners. Their support of this Emmy award-winning broadcast allows us to reach more than 24,000 households in mid-Michigan. And coming up here, this Spartan Motors made S180 fire truck is covered with 17,000 mini red LED lights with animated white stripes. Spartan Motors proudly builds fire trucks, RV chassis, and commercial delivery vehicles in Charlotte, Michigan.
Wow, that is very cool. Here is the Michigan Army National Guard rolling down Capitol Avenue in their 2.5-ton ASV all-terrain combat vehicle trimmed in more than 11,000 red, white, and blue twinkling lights. Perfectly patriotic. Tonight's crew includes Master Sergeant Dan Wittenmoyer, Sergeant First Class Chuck Peterson, and Sergeant First Class Randy Locker.
And here come the Bath Bees, the Bath High School Marching Band under the direction of Scott Vetter and drum major Cindy Malloy and Milo Sines. Listen as they perform the holiday classic, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Right. And again, best of luck to all of our bands tonight. The best illuminated band winners will be announced following the parade tonight.
There will be some fierce competition for those bands.
It's got to be a tough thing judging them because
yeah.
I mean, and it really is about the lights that they put on, not even about the the sound of the band, but they do a great job with that. And the Lansing State Journal is the Silver Bells Village sponsor and a proud media partner of Silver Bells in the City.
The MSU Rodeo Club. There it is.
Yeah, the student-built float is adorned by more than 6,500 lights that portrays their love for Western heritage. The MSU Rodeo Club was created in 1969 and is led under the direction of their coach, Denise Fullhart, and their advisor, Dr. Brian Nielsen.
That's a big float, too.
With MSU on the back.
They
Go
have been
green.
involved for a long time. Wharton Center had a float, and they were involved with Wharton Center years.
Right.
All right, who do we have next?
Oh, look at those are minions. That always looks cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
Is that
PJ's Towing.
Yeah.
Fun, bright, custom Ford F550 tow truck from PJ's Towing. This tow truck is is trimmed in more than 5,000 LED lights along with strobe lights.
I think they got a little help from the minions on that one.
Very sparkly.
Oh, and they're even riding in the car too.
Oh, that's cute. Looking good there. All right. And is this Michigan Plumbing coming down the street here? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer leads the way for this creative sleigh. Now there are 9 toilets with reins led back to a clawfoot bathtub that shines bright with more than 10,000 lights in a variety of shapes, sizes, and colors. Michigan Plumbing has been proudly serving the greater Lansing area since 1973.
I know we're not supposed to have favorites, but this one has consistently been one of my favorites, and that may or may not show my maturity level.
Exceeding our expectations.
Yes. All right, here goes a very rare 1930 REO Speedwagon truck draped in more than 10,000 red, green, and white lights. The 1930 REO Speedwagon truck is on display year-round at the RE Olds Transportation Museum in downtown Lansing's Riverfront District.
I hear another band coming. the Lansing Catholic Marching Band, making their way down Capitol Avenue, the Cougars. Leading this group of fine young men and women are senior drum majors Natalie Endre and Alisa Campbell. Let's take a listen as they perform Jingle Bell Rock.
Now, Silver Bells in the City is coordinated by the Silver Bells in the City Coordinating Committee under the direction of Downtown Lansing, Inc. Mindy, Lena, and the team, and the whole committee there take about 8 months to plan. They need the support of more than 70 sponsors and partners, as well as hundreds of volunteers each year. And here's the mobile medical response. This ambulance is covered with more than 6,000 lights. Mobile medical response transports more than 105,000 patients each year and provides professional, timely, and compassionate emergency medical services throughout Michigan.
Up next is the Liskey's Wrecker. It's making its 22nd debut in the Electric Light Parade. The Wrecker is draped with more than 10,000 bright red and blue lights. Liskey's Auto and Truck Service has been family owned and operated by the Carpenter family since 1960 and is located on Larch Street in downtown Lansing.
Very patriotic. And here we have A1 Mechanical, which has been serving the greater Lansing area since 1983. It is a local heating and cooling company. Their box truck shines bright with more than 6,000 LED lights. And there they are waving to us.
Hey there, looking good. All right. And Render Studios is the official video production sponsor of Silver Bells. Again, many thanks to all of the sponsors tonight. And this parade entry is presented by Mike Childers and Sons Excavating, a family business that started in 1999. This winter wonderland is decorated with more than 7,000 lights and features a mini excavator. Oh, lots of people riding that one there.
Looks like a little party there.
Looking good, yeah.
Are those disco balls too? Oh, they're having a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a party on wheels, really.
Well, if you run, you may be able to catch them.
Yeah. Yes. All right.
The theme of this next float is Reindeer Games. It's sponsored by LaFontaine Ford. Miracle League members riding aboard this float are ready to play baseball alongside all the reindeer. Decked out in more than 10,000 lights, this float shines, including the large scoreboard that says everybody wins. Well, who would win between the reindeer and elves? I know everybody, but I wonder what the score would be.
Well, they never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer
games. Well, listen, here comes the Eaton Rapids Greyhound Marching Band performing a medley of Joy to the World, and we wish you a Merry Christmas. The Eaton Rapids Marching Band is an 81-member strong band. It is directed by Adam Gumbrecht and led under the direction of drum majors Carissa White and Max Coolidge.
Looking beautiful. And they were twirling candy canes. Gotta love that. The judges for the bands, they sure have their job cut out for them this evening.
Right. Love their outfits.
You're watching the 34th annual Silver Bells in the City.
There is a Walmart who also has a truck. More than 5,000 lights adorn this truck, and they're used to provide customers in need of transportation services to their stores, which is such a great service.
Yeah,
Thank you,
definitely.
Walmart, for that. Yellow, blue, and white Walmart bus.
See, that's good to see those because I'm colorblind, so I struggle to recognize some of the colors sometimes. I say, oh, isn't that a great, and I can't tell you what color it is.
You know, I am too, just with reds a little bit.
It looks really nice, though.
Well, good for both of you. You don't need to see colors to know they're beautiful.
All Simplified Tax and Accounting wants for Christmas is warm weather. Well, I can't blame them for that. This beach-themed float includes a pontoon covered in more than 6,000 lights, palm trees, and beach balls.
Oh, and they're bringing a party
And
with
it
them.
sounds
You
like
can
a
hear the
party going
music
on.
coming by.
It's a beach party.
I mean, it might be a little chilly for a beach party, but man, it sure looks like fun though,
I
doesn't
love
it?
the life vests.
Safety first, Bob. Safety first. Well, Adams Outdoor, Fox 47, WSYM TV, Lansing Public Media, the Lansing State Journal, and I-92.9. Lansing's new hits are proud to be the official media partners of Silver Bells in the City.
Thank you to all our sponsors tonight. And behind them, I hear another band. Here comes the Pewama Westphalia Marching Band, the Pirates. They are led by drum majors Kayla Halstead, Maddie Prince, and color guard Captain Sierra Van Els, and director Randy Voisinette. Let's take a listen to the Pirates.
Here comes more than 50 bicyclists, all outlined in lights that are members of the League of Michigan Bicyclists. This entry brings light to the fact that bicycles are a means of transportation. The League has been promoting bicycling and the safety of bicyclists on roadways in Michigan since 1981.
That bike looks pretty
Looking
cool,
good
I gotta
there.
say.
That is really cool. That is awesome.
And you can sure see them coming there, too.
Oh, and I love how they get
the
kids. Yeah.
All right, we'll take turns pulling each other down the street in one of those one day.
Oh, okay. I'll start in the thing. I think that's the best spot for me. The Surf Pro float represents a cozy living room with a warm fireplace. This reminds us all of fond memories of being home for the holidays.
That's another great Christmas song, right? Home for the Holidays.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite?
Why don't you sing us a few bars,
I could
Mark?
say.
I know
We'll
you
wait.
did. When we practiced yesterday, that's what you were saying.
Secrets out, guys. Secrets out.
There is something about Christmas music, though, and every time we hear the bands go by and stuff like that, it really does bring you into the holiday spirit.
Yeah.
And there goes the bicyclists again, looking good. Well, again, we're right in the middle of the Electric Light Parade, and following that will be the official lighting of the state Christmas tree, and then music from Megan McNeil and saxophonist Phil Denny. So stay tuned for that as Silver Bells in the City from downtown Lansing continues, and we're glad to have you with us.
You know, and a special thanks to Grand Ledge Ford for providing the cars for Rory and the Detroit Lions cheerleaders. Grand Ledge Ford, thank you so much for that.
They got to arrive in style.
And Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan and Blue Care Network, along with Dean Trailways, are proud to sponsor the Silver Bells 5K. That's taking place tomorrow in downtown Lansing.
All right, here comes Santa's Workshop, complete with a tool shop, equipment, and elves. Girl Scout Troop number 3006. Well, they're busy at work making presents. This float sparkles with more than 8,500 white, silver, and multicolored lights and is presented by U.S. Work Van Incorporated.
Snowflake
Santa's
right on the
workshop.
front there.
I wonder if they get a badge for present making.
Maybe.
If the Girl Scouts are helping, I wonder if they get a badge.
Yeah, I bet you they do.
Actually, I wonder more if they have cookies.
Or hot cider.
I'm guessing the two of you haven't had dinner yet, is that right?
Girl Scout cookies are delicious.
Here is the Magna Charge Battery USA truck, which has more than 7,000 lights powered by Trojan batteries to make it all shine. Magna Charge.
And the Lansing Entertainment and Public Facilities Authority are proud community partners and Gold Bell sponsors of Silver Bells in the City. The Lansing Entertainment and Public Facilities Authority manages the Lansing Center, Cooley Law School Stadium, and Groesbeck Woods.
I wonder how long it took them to do that.
Now this one is a new board game. It's called Lepfaland. It dazzles with the well-lit rainbow path of more than 12,000 lights that takes you by Gumdrop Mountains, a gingerbread house of the Lansing Center, an ice cream baseball of Cooley Kane Stadium, as well as lighted trees and putting greens of Groesbeck Woods and the stage of Candy Ground. Well done, Lansing.
I love the gingerbread house.
That is a very creative idea. I love all the play on words for all of our favorite Lansing destinations.
All the landmarks right in one spot there.
It's a
Look
very
at that again
colorful
here.
float.
Okay. Some good dancers there as well.
I think it was the Grinch.
Well, this decorated vehicle from Service Master Absolute shines brightly with 25,000 lights.
And I think up next is my alma mater. Will be the Lansing Eastern Marching Band. There they are. The Quakers of Lansing Eastern High School will be performing Jingle Bell Jam. The Lansing Eastern High School Marching Band is led under the direction of Mauricio DeRosso, Senior Drum Major Carolina Hernandez, and Junior Drum Major Miranda Pupman. Let's listen into the Quakers.
I think your alma mater is doing you proud there, Mark.
Doing good there.
CISA Design is a Gold Bell sponsor of Silver Bells in the City. CISA Design, located in Lansing's Old Town, provides design services for promotional and marketing materials for Silver Bells in the City.
Up next, I think, is the Fire and Rice food truck.
Oh, think they'll make a stop here?
Oh, yeah. You know, this is one of my
Slight
favorite
detour.
places to eat, too. Very good. I love it, the food truck. This is the first food truck to parade in the Electric Light Parade, and they have more than 5,000 lights. And yeah, you know, they should just stop there and bring us some right here.
We're really not that far off from this intersection. I know I'm short, but I can run pretty fast.
Well, and again, we mentioned it's so nice to have some, new entries tonight, so we're glad to have them. Here comes a bright yellow Dean Transportation school bus decked out with more than thousands of white lights and accented multicolored lights. Dean Transportation safely transports children to and from school each day, and they're also very proud to support the Lansing Promise and to invest in the future of Lansing's youth.
That's pretty.
Well, you wouldn't miss that bus early in the morning with how dark it is at school bus time. You definitely see that one coming down the road. Making their fourth appearance in the Electric Light Parade is the Gorsline Runsman Antique Coach that is adorned with more than 5,000 lights. The coach is being pulled by a team of Percheron horses. This coach was originally used in providing funeral services to the Lansing community. It was hand-carved in Grand Rapids in 1905 and is still used in some services today. That's beautiful.
Beautiful horses. Very nice. Look at the people. Lots of people out tonight. That's great.
Yeah.
And here comes the Neogen box truck draped with thousands of green and white lights. Neogen is a Lansing-based company whose scientists help keep our food and beverages safe. The Neogen truck.
And Granger is proud to be this year's Christmas tree lighting sponsor. Because of Granger's support and partnership, this year's official state Christmas tree has nearly 10,000 green, red, and white LED lights. And right behind them is one of Granger's original trucks from way back when the business began in 1966. This vintage truck is decked out with more than 7,000 lights and features Captain Kirby, among other riders. Granger works hard to collect tomorrow's energy by turning waste into renewable energy from landfill gas.
I like that star in the front. Draws
Yes.
you right in. Well, and on the side. A Christmas card from Kerwood Country is presented by the Kerwood Festival of Owasso, complete with more than 7,500 lights. This float is a red and white representation of Owasso and features the festival's queen, princess, and courts.
Very pretty float.
They are riding in style.
Yeah. And behind them, here comes the Red Wing Marching Band from St. John's, Michigan, 145 members, directed by Roy Davis Jr. and led by drum majors Aubrey North and Shelby Henlin, Thomas Henteman, and Steve Cannels. Let us take a listen as they get the crowd dancing to some popular pop music like the Cupid Shuffle.
Well, we'll be dancing too.
Pop music like the Cupid Shuffle. Welcome, Red Wing.
You're watching the 34th annual Silver Bells in the City.
Okay, here is Holiday Treats. Now this float depicts a gingerbread house with lighted candy treats. Holiday Treats is presented by Hager Fox Heating and Air Conditioning and sparkles with more than 11,000 lights. That's a lot of lights.
A lot of lights.
That one is very glitzy. I mean, you like there's just every spot you look, there's something, a little different.
I like that
going on
word,
there.
glitzy.
I like that clown. Look at those moves. I should have found him for the Cupid Shuffle.
All right, and making their return to the Electric Light Parade is the renowned Petoskey Steel Drum Band, directed by Barry Bennett. This double-decker steel drum float dazzles with more than 50,000 lights. This high-intensity band is playing a variety of holiday music and is just so much fun. Let's take a listen in here.
Happy holidays, Lansing! Happy holidays! Drove on all the way from Petoskey, just right there. Thanks, that's
AF Group is proud to be a Bronze Bell sponsor of Silver Bells in the City and to have its world headquarters located on Grand Avenue in the Riverfront District of downtown Lansing. I think things just got 50 degrees warmer with that steel drum band, right? This entry is inspired by the Mackinac Bridge or the Mighty Mac. It glows with more than 10,000 lights. All materials used to build this entry are recycled materials from the Road Maintenance Division of the Michigan Department of
That's
Transportation.
really great.
I love that.
Did they put lights on the Mackinac Bridge?
It looked like it in that photo.
I have not been to the Mackinac Bridge in the wintertime.
I have not either. Now we have something on our bucket list.
Yeah, that's right. We do.
We'll swing by Petoskey, listen to the steel drums, and then check out the bridge.
There you go. Friends of Turner Dodge House making their 18th appearance in the parade. The Friends of the Turner Dodge House present a replica of the historic 151-year-old home, beautifully trimmed in white lights. Now, the Turner Dodge House was built in 1855 and was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1972. And I have to say, on Friday, December 7th, their holiday open house is taking place. It's their 7th annual Festival of Trees, and I'm actually one of the judges.
Are you?
Yeah, which is really fun and hard.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, hard to judge, I
Oh,
can
I
imagine.
bet it is, yeah.
Todd Martin Youth Leadership presents the North Pole Tennis Open. It's a match between Team Elves versus Team Reindeer on a sparkle tennis court of green and white lights.
Oh, their rackets are all lit up. What a racket. I'm here all night, folks. I'm literally here all night. Edge Publicom is a proud Bronze Bell sponsor of Silver Bells in the City. Edge Publicom manages all of the social media and PR for the event. Follow Silver Bells on Twitter or like Silver Bells in the City on Facebook. And don't forget, hashtag Silver Bells 2018.
Free Shrugs Improv, rolling down Capitol Avenue. Get this, is a giant root beer float. This frosty mug is more than 6 feet tall, 3 feet wide, and is illuminated by thousands of orange and white LED lights. And the float is presented by the Free Shrugs Improv.
You seem to get all the food ones.
Well, because I love food. And even though it's cold, I could totally use a root beer float right now.
Okay, we're making a list. Fire and rice, cider, cookies.
And checking it twice. Here all night, folks.
Please welcome your local Lansing Sexton Big Red Marching Band. This band is directed by Joshua and Trakita Hicks and led by drum major Chloe Maudlin. Let's take a listen in to the Big Reds. How much fun is that? Oh, there's even a Santa there.
And I spotted a Grinch too.
And there's Rudolph's. I guess they all have the shiny red nose.
Association's float features children and honorary board members among oversized booths and shoes that shine brightly with 6,000 lights. For more than 90 years, the Old Newsboys continue to provide shoes to deserving school children in our community. A special thank you to the Michigan Regional Council of Carpenters Local 1004 for helping rebuild this float.
It's another great organization in this area too, the Old Newsboys.
Absolutely.
Oh, and you can text to donate. Nothing simpler than that.
Well, just a few more entries to go here.
Yeah, what do you guys think about Christmas in July?
Like, do you want to do this parade in July? Is that what you're trying to suggest?
I'm just saying the next float is July and Christmas with Great Lakes Christian College. So they are making their parade debut with their July and Christmas float. Waves of lights, a kiddie pool, a palm tree, and volley nets have us thinking about summer fun. I wonder if that kiddie pool has ice on it. You know, Christmas in July, I'm always thinking about the holiday, I think.
Why not?
Yeah.
And the Radisson Hotel at the Capitol is a proud Bronze Bell sponsor of Silver Bells in the City, and Tropo is the official hospitality partner of the event. And if you're looking for even more family fun this weekend, don't miss Brunch with Santa this Saturday and Sunday at Tropo. And leading the way down Capitol Avenue is LCC President Dr. Brent Knight on a well-lit Segway. Lansing Community College's police and fire academies have trimmed their Ford Explorer Police Interceptor in blue and white lights, and the fire truck right behind it there in red and white lights.
You know, I said it with the tow truck, and I'll say it with the police car. It would make getting pulled over a lot nicer if it pulled up like that.
Make that ticket a little bit
Just
less.
in case my mom's listening, not that I would know, because
No,
I
of
actually
course
have
not.
never been pulled over.
Right.
Knock on this table. But
Right.
just saying, if it happened, I would imagine it would be a nicer experience.
And we should say special thanks to Dr. Knight, too, for being a part of this Lansing tradition for more than a decade as he gets ready to retire from LCC.
Absolutely. And he's on a Segway, you said, and I want a Segway. I think they look like a lot of fun.
They are.
They
Have
are
you
a
ever
lot
been on
of
a
fun.
Segway?
Years and years ago.
Maybe next year we can get you in the parade on a Segway. A color commentator.
With his root beer float. And
all your food.
all the food, yes.
Oh my gosh.
That might be the thing to introduce. Okay, so there's food trucks. Now, what about food segways?
Oh.
Same thing. You could just, I mean, simple foods.
I don't know,
That
yeah.
you just run up and hand off to people. I don't know. Something to think about. I'm
As
just
long
full
as-
of ideas here.
As long as it's not in the winter. It might be a little
Yes, no,
challenging
right,
in the
right.
winter.
Right. Big hand to Lansing Community College there. With the flashers going, looking good there.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Well, making its way down Capitol Avenue is the Purple Zone Linen delivery truck honking for us there. It is all decked out with more than 15,000 purple and white lights. Zone Linen has been a family-owned and locally operated business since 1933 and proudly employs more than 200 people from the Lansing area. I have to
Very
say,
nice
I love
light.
the purple lights.
I love purple lights.
Because you
yeah.
don't see purple too often.
Exactly. They did a really nice job with that one.
Now, see, those colors I can tell. I mean, I can when it's all like that. That's easy for me.
15,000 lights. That's a lot of lights.
That is a lot.
I wonder how long it took them to do that.
I remember years ago we talked to some of the different float participants and kind of ask them to tell us about what that process is like and how long in advance they have to plan their float and then how long it takes to actually decorate them.
Right.
And checking all those lights. I mean,
Right.
we joke about one light goes out, they all go out.
I was just going to say,
but-
could you imagine if one of them went out?
Right.
Oh, I'd cry.
There's no crying in electric light parades. Bob.
That's right.
All right, we are pleased to welcome the Waverly Warrior Marching Band. It is 87 members strong. The band is directed by David Gorby and led by junior drum major Tavion Thurman and sophomore drum major Marcus Love. Drumline captain is Owen Hilbrecht and color guard captain is Tabitha Stanton. And let's listen in.
Yeah. Star Wars there. That was great.
That was great. All right, you are watching the 34th annual Silver Bells in the City. I love that starburst there. That's very beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Now that would be a tree topper.
Right.
You have to have a pretty big tree.
True. And a pretty big ladder. Well, making its way down Capitol Avenue is the City of Lansing Fire Department's 1875 Torrent hand pumper draped with more than 5,000 lights. The hand pumper is being pulled by two Belgium draft horses, Ted and Tom. Ted and Tom are owned and cared for by Mike and Barb Hamilton.
Ted and Tom are fixtures in this parade. They've been here a couple of times.
That's right.
They sure are. Style there.
They know the route.
They sure do. Well, M3 Group is a proud bronze sponsor of Silver Bells. They help promote the event through the Capital Area Women's Lifestyle magazine and Greater Lansing Business Monthly.
Here we go, the Lansing Fire Department. Members of the Lansing Fire Department on a 2014 Spartan fire engine. The ladder truck shines brightly with 15,000 lights. Some of them are twinkling even too. Thank you, Lansing Fire Department.
Yes.
Thank you for them and the police that are down here tonight, and all our public servants.
Keeping everybody safe. Yep, for sure. And again, probably something like this. Here's the
now
one.
It's your favorite.
Here's one of the favorites. For the last 22 years, as a matter of fact, it's the Caterpillar. Now, this 60-foot Caterpillar uses an articulated Catabus as the basis for the float. The bus is draped with thousands of lights and has an animated face, you'll notice there, with blinking eyes, bouncing antennas, and a big smile. There it is.
This is one of my favorites, yes.
Yes. I was talking to my niece Ashley before the parade, and I said, which is one of your favorites each year? And she said the Caterpillar. So I know she enjoys that one.
I think the nephews out there are with me on the toilet one.
Yes, right.
I know my nephew Colton would be with me on the toilet one.
Right. You know, I should say hi to my niece Megan, who's probably watching from home tonight too.
Hi, Megan.
She might be liking this one too. This really has been a crowd favorite. It really has. There are so many people, and there's been a handful of entries over the years that, you know, when you ask people what they look forward to in the parade, and this really is often one of them.
Yeah, because it really brings it to life.
And CATA is such an important part of the city too.
Do you have a favorite, which is the toilet one? You say?
And I do like the Caterpillar, but the toilet one makes me laugh every year.
I know. I gotta say, I don't have a favorite.
It's hard to pick.
I can't.
Which food one will you pick?
Right, that's exactly the one that brings me food.
There you go. Well, please welcome the Lansing Everett Viking Marching Band. The band is directed by Penny Filanchuk and led under the direction of junior drum majors Benita Yoder and Weston Shanahan. The Vikings won the Best Illuminated Band Award last year, which gives them the honor to serve as this year's Santa Band. Let us listen in as they play Let It Snow. horns light up. Very
Nice job,
festive.
Everett. Very cool.
Very nice.
And their shoes light up. Now, where do I get those? No, nothing? Neither one of you like the light up?
I'm trying to think.
Hello, is this thing on?
Hello.
Bueller? Anybody?
So that's the last of our bands. And again, just a few moments from now, we will have the best illuminated band winners, the large and the small band. We'll have that announcement for you coming up in just a little while.
Yeah, as our judges deliberate. They've got a tough job ahead of them.
Absolutely.
What did you play in band, Mark?
I played trumpet and baritone.
Were you in band? Were you in band?
I'm proud to say I was in band through middle school. Thank you very much, Bob. And I was a flautist.
Well, there you go.
Here comes the well-lit Peacock Express train leading the way for tonight's special guest of honor, Santa Claus. The Peacock Express is a staple during the holiday season at Peacock Road Tree Farm in Langsburg, Michigan. The 180-acre farm has 60,000 Christmas trees and is owned by Ed and Diana Carpenter.
And they're going to get
there's
busy.
the man himself.
There he is, Santa Claus.
Hey, Santa, over here.
Let's check that list real quick.
All right.
Well, here comes the beautiful Winter Wonderland float with tonight's guest of honor. You see him there, Santa Claus. The Peacock Road Tree Farm proudly presents Santa's highly anticipated arrival to Lansing. And you know what? I'm going to give a shout out to Mrs. Claus.
Yes,
Reindeer,
absolutely.
Rudolph and Santa, they get all the attention. Mrs.
That's
Claus, you make some good cookies.
Cookies?
We have Bob's attention.
Hey, Santa.
Think we can check his list real quick? Bob, hop on your Segway.
Yeah.
Well, and crowds are now starting to form behind the Follow Us to the Tree banner. Tens of thousands of people will be gathering at Capitol and Michigan Avenues to participate in a community sing-along and lighting of the official state Christmas tree at the Capitol.
And to date, 10 trees have come from the lower peninsula and 23 trees have come from the upper peninsula.
That's right.
I wonder
That's
how
right.
far down south they've come, or if they've all been in the northern lower peninsula.
I don't know. Well, this tree is 62 foot tall and it's from Alpena, Michigan. So that's a tall tree.
That
It
is a
is.
very tall tree.
Awesome parade tonight, don't you think?
I thought it was wonderful.
Yeah.
And every year I keep thinking this is the best one yet, and then we have the next
New one comes along,
Yeah,
right,
and there's
right.
so many great entries in it.
Well,
You know-
congratulations to everybody.
And I can start to feel the energy right now. I mean, people are getting really excited because they're about to illuminate the tree and you can hear the energy, you can feel the energy.
People are starting to crowd around our booth here. We're getting a lot of company.
And I know you want to start singing.
See, you put the pressure on me. Bob Hoffman is the karaoke king. Don't let him fool you.
Well, we're going to have a vocalist, Megan McNeil, from season 13 of NBC's The Voice, and saxophone Phil Denny.
Yeah, and what a great combination too. I had a chance to hear them practicing for a little bit
Yeah?
just this afternoon, and for even just hearing them for 2 minutes, it sounded great. Looking
Are you
forward
going to do
it.
backup vocals for them?
If they ask, sure.
That's what I like
Right.
to hear. All right, you're watching the 34th annual Silver Bells in the City.
And the 2018 tree is the state of Michigan's 33rd Christmas tree. The tree is 62 foot tall spruce, and the tree lighting is coming up in just a few minutes. We're getting
I'm
very
excited.
excited about that.
You can feel the energy, can't you?
Okay, now you gave this away earlier,
Yeah.
but let's recap this
Okay.
again. The trees that come from the upper peninsula versus the lower peninsula.
Right.
You said it earlier. 10 trees from the lower peninsula,
Right.
23 trees from the upper peninsula. And there's a whole process that is put in place where they put out a call to people and anybody can make a nomination for their tree. And then the tree is selected, cut down, delivered to the Lansing area in usually the last week or first part of October or first part of November. And then they take it from there and get it all trimmed and decorated and ready to go.
What an honor to be chosen.
Yeah, and that's
Right.
one of the special things to do during the holiday time is just drive downtown and go and see the lights, of course, that are illuminating the buildings downtown, especially from 496. That's a beautiful sight. And then seeing the holiday tree down downtown?
Yeah, it's breathtaking, really, when you see it in person.
Oh, absolutely, for
And
sure.
it was generously donated by Mike and Shelley Cotto of Alpena, Michigan, whom you saw riding in the third carriage earlier this evening, the beginning of the parade.
Yes.
Let's take a look now at the tree's journey to Lansing.
There was a card that was left in our door. My husband took care of that, and he had said, oh, by the way, there's a couple men that stopped by and they're interested in our tree, but I told him no. And I'm like, wait, what?
I got a phone call that night and they were just overjoyed and wanted to know if we could still be considered. So we actually had to go look at a few others that were nominated, and we just picked the best tree this year.
I'm not an engineer, so I'm like, I didn't know like where they put the strap, but the fact that it was floating, just floating there, it was just like, it was just really impressive.
We have a ton of partners, and every year seems like we grow some different ones. But for the last 18 years or 19 years or so, we've had the Great Lakes Timber Professionals and the Michigan Association of Timbermen has been our pretty well. We partnered very closely with them, and they've been a great help.
I believe this is my 17th year that I've been involved, something I look forward to each year. And it's not just a 1 or 2 or 3 day deal event. I'm looking for Christmas trees that would be a good candidate to go to the Capitol every day when I'm driving around the state of Michigan.
What an interesting story, and the excitement is brewing downtown because just really in a matter of minutes they're going to light that big tree, 62 feet tall.
All the way from Alpena.
All the way from Alpena.
And I think they're getting ready.
Yeah.
You can sense the nervousness in the air.
Yes. Oh, I think they're getting ready for the countdown.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
I was born ready.
It's like New Year's Eve. Here we go.
9,
8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy Silver
Yay! Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, that is gorgeous.
And happy Silver Bells. We invite you to join in and sing along to some of our favorite Christmas time classics.
And to kick off our community sing, we're going to sing my personal favorite, This Christmas. Hang all the mistletoe, I'm going to get to know you better. This Christmas, and as we trim the tree, how much fun it's going to be together. This Christmas, firesides blazing bright. Oh, we're caroling through the night. Sing over here. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Isn't this one of your favorites too, Phil? Here we go, second verse. Presents and cards. Presents and cards are here. My world is filled with cheer and you. This Christmas, and as they look around, your eyes outshine the town they do. This Christmas, firesides blazing bright. Oh, we're caroling through the night. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. Come on and shake a hand out there. friend over here too. Hi. Merry Christmas. Hello over here. Merry Christmas. Hi. Hello over there.
You guys look so good. How you guys feeling this evening? Happy Silver Bells. This is one of my favorite Christmas songs. It's a song entitled Do You Hear What I Hear? And I figured, what is Christmas without a little funkiness? Come on, y'all, put your hands together like this.
I see you in the back over there. Put those hands together.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Said the night went to the little lamb. Do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little lamb. Do you see what I see? A star, dancing in the night with a tail as big as a kite. There you go. And have yourself a merry little Christmas. A merry little Christmas. Can we all sing that? A merry little Christmas. One more time. A merry little Christmas now. Happy Silver Bells, everybody! Happy Silver Bells over here.
Happy Silver Bells, Lansing. Happy Silver Bells to the state of Michigan. I'm Phil Denny at phildenny.com or Phil on Sax on social.
Megan McNeil and at Megan McNeil on social. You all have a Merry Christmas.
Here we go, 1, 2, 3.
Well, wasn't that fantastic? Again, Megan McNeil from season 13 of The Voice and the chart-topping saxophonist Phil Denny. What a terrific duo there.
Terrific duo there and a terrific, you have an amazing voice. Sarah was singing along too, and I gotta say, you're good.
Well, thank you. I only sing in the shower and in my car, so nobody. I don't have the guts to
Well,
sing in
maybe
front of
next
people.
year we get you up there. I'm telling you.
Oh, man.
But I mean, again, how cool to hear that music right behind us like that,
Yeah.
you know, and to watch the crowd and see the crowd getting into it and having fun and singing along in some cases. It was just, that's really cool.
He says in some cases, and look right at me.
Well,
No surprises there.
yeah.
I was singing and dancing. I was doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing in a community
that's,
sing-along.
That's exactly right.
Accompanied by Grinch 1 and Grinch 2.
Oh,
Right.
I'll sing for you, but we want to keep the viewers for a while, just in case. I have a couple of facts for you.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
So downtown Lansing's Peanut Shop, one of my favorite shops in downtown Lansing. If you haven't been, you need to go. Sells a half a ton of assorted nuts and pops more than 50 pounds of popcorn during only the 4 hours during Silver Bells.
Really?
Wow.
That's a lot.
And popcorn is my favorite.
Oh, popcorn's my favorite.
And you ever walk into a place like that where you just smell the popcorn and you're suddenly, even if you weren't hungry before, you walk in and you get that smell of the popcorn and the butter and you go, oh, it's time, it's time.
Or in this case, just talking about it. Right?
Yes, right, exactly right.
Well, you're watching the 34th annual Silver Bells in the City.
Well, obviously, this really puts us in the holiday spirit. And speaking of musical gifts, I'm excited to announce the winners of the Best Illuminated Bands contest. There are 2 awards given, one for a small band under 75 members and one for a large band over 75 members. Each winning school that is most well lit wins $500 gift card to Marshall's Music and a $500 cash prize as well from the Lansing Board of Water and Light.
Well, and you know, what a great prize too, because that money can really help the bands. You know, it helps them participate in events like this, covers transportation costs or whatever they choose to use it for, but it's a really nice thing for the bands, perhaps an incentive for some to join us. But I know that year after year, you know, when many of the Silver Bells Committee contacts the high schools and they'll say, would you like to be in Silver Bells? Many of them, without even a blink, will say, yes,
Absolutely.
we love it. It's our favorite parade to do. And for a lot of them, it's the biggest event that they do, biggest parade that they do, because there are so many spectators in the downtown area that come and can hear them play. It's really fantastic.
And they do such a great job. I think this year they really blew it out of the water. They were so well lit. They sounded so great.
And we had some really large bands. We had a 145 member band, which was huge. Yeah. That's a big band.
Well, yeah, right. The size of it was really incredible. I mean, and it just felt like they kept going and going. And then not only do you take the talent for the music itself, but then adding the lights and obviously the precision
and
of the marching and all of that.
Playing with
cold fingers. No, that is absolutely true. And I remember, you know, years ago when we did parades in high school and how much fun it was. But, you know, it's work and it's time and talent.
It's something the band members look forward to every year, though.
I think so for sure.
I think we have our official ballot here. We have our winners.
All right. So the winner for the best illuminated small band is Corunna. Oh, I'm sorry, is Bath, okay. And the winner for the best illuminated large band is Corunna. So congratulations, Bath for the small band and Corunna for the large band. Congratulations to both of our winners. There were some terrific bands tonight. I'm sure, as we said earlier, the judging was not easy to do, but they pulled it off and did it fantastic.
And putting this whole Silver Bells together is a lot of planning. It takes more than 70 sponsors, 500 volunteers, and 8 months of planning to make Silver Bells in the City possible. Silver Bells in the City is planned by a 25-member coordinating committee under the direction of Downtown Lansing, Inc. Thank you to all the volunteers and all the sponsors for tonight for making this such a special evening.
And can we do a special shout out to Mindy Billadu and Lena Anderson from DLI? They are the central people from DLI that get the committee together, and I know they would be the first to say that they don't do it alone. It really takes, you know, as you just said, Bob, hundreds of volunteers to put it all together, including the Silver Bells Committee, but people from the city and obviously Fox 47 and Lansing Public Media all come together and put on a spectacular event.
Well, and we have some wonderful decorations down here as well. You've noticed the illuminated wreaths that are down here, the ornaments on the Washington Square, beautiful.
Right.
And those are all thanks to Bronner's Christmas Wonderland in Frankenmuth. And I actually had the opportunity to talk to Wayne Bronner, who's the president and CEO of the company, about all the new decorations this year. They're an iconic symbol of the season in downtown Lansing.
They're very, very large. They're 6-foot diameter ornaments. They're going to look extra sharp.
The red ornaments, which have been a mainstay in the roundabout on Washington Avenue, are now adorned with snowflakes and a fresh coat of paint.
Michigan is known as the automotive state. Why not use automotive paint on the ornaments? So it's going to be a great finish, and it should last for a long time.
Also new this year, 50 wreaths, complete with a silver bell.
They're going to shine not only during the daytime, but also at night with the translucent effect. They're illuminated inside, beautiful silver color, and they're made especially for Lansing.
And decorating Lansing for the holidays is something Bronner's knows a lot about. After all, they've been doing it since 1955.
If I remember that well, I was 3 years old. So we've decorated Lansing, we've decorated MSU. We're happy to decorate the entire state.
Waving to the crowd. Something else that a lot of people don't think about is the lighting of Lansing's skyline and the projection of images on buildings all around town. More than 130 downtown buildings participate in Light the City. There are more than 15,000 linear feet of wiring and approximately 85,000 lamps on the rooftops. All-Star Media installs all of the projection lighting in conjunction with the Lansing Board of Water and Light. And the metal Santa cutout you see is called a gobo. There are about 20 projections and 20 colored wash lights. Now this year has the most projections, and the project began by Bob Rose of the Design Committee of Downtown Lansing, Inc. This, as I said, is one of my favorite views when you're going down 496 towards the city of Lansing and you look over to the right-hand side and you see all the lights. It just is special.
And I love the projections like that too.
Especially,
that's great.
Those are great, yeah.
It's another slightly new element. I mean, you talked about, the lights and stuff on the building, but those projections really add another nice touch to the event.
It certainly does. Now, this next clip was actually produced a few years ago about the process, but it's still relevant and quite enjoyable to see how all of this magic happens every year.
My name is Jim Spitz, and I'm an electrician for IBW Local 665. And my part of Silver Bells is taking care of all the rooftop lights downtown, fixing, changing, whatever it takes to have all the rooftops ready for Silver Bells. Well, the normal process will be that as I go around on these on my hands and knees, anything that's burnt out, I change the bulbs. A lot of times from the weather, the glass will come apart from the socket, they'll break out, and then you need to dig those out with a needle nose pliers. In the event that you get a plastic clip that's broken, then you need to glue a new clip on. And if you get a socket that's smashed, then you need to go back and turn the power off. You need to splice new socket or new footage, or in some cases, you need to just start over and put a whole new string in. This is my 20th year doing it. When I first started, there was only several blocks on Washington Avenue. They had this building, they had that building. Kind of seems to keep on growing. They got expanded as far as just about the whole downtown. And there's well over 100 buildings that are lit up throughout the city. We're somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 30,000 feet of light strings on rooftops downtown. A normal year, it would not be uncommon to change 20% of those bulbs. That, the time you start from the time you finish, you never know when you're really done. Well, this year here we replaced a lot. Some of these ones downtown have been on rooftops for almost 20 years, so I'm doing complete replacement on quite a few of the downtown ones to ensure that they're ready for another, hopefully 20 years plus.
It takes a tremendous amount of work for floats to come together, as you saw in tonight's Electric Light Parade. So let's take a look at a time-lapse version of the process it takes for a float to come together, courtesy of Friedland Industries.
Hi everybody, I'm Mike with Friedland Industries.
And I'm Lisa with Friedland Industries.
The whole Friedland Industries team is proud to ring in the holidays by building our first float called Recycling, a Gift to the World.
Our history as one of Lansing's original green businesses stretches back to 1886, when our great-grandfather, David Friedland, began trading commodities with horse and cart, right in the heart of what is now Lansing's Old Town.
Now, we're a company with around 40 employees that specializes in scrap processing for recycling, ferrous metals like steel, non-ferrous metals like copper and aluminum, all grades of paper, various plastics, and more recently, computer and electronic equipment.
Our float uses a number of different commodities that are core to Friedland's business. These commodities will ultimately be processed into something new.
The float's gift boxes are actually bales of aluminum, paper, plastic, along with pallets of electronics.
The repurposed steel used in the float comes from a number of industrial sources throughout mid-Michigan. When companies and individuals drop off material, it's processed and shipped to mills and refineries to be remelted into something new. In addition, every June, over 10,000 pounds of steel is donated to participants in Old Town Lansing Scrap Fest, a scrap metal art competition. The paper comes in from a number of different sources. Commercial printers and book manufacturers sell us their unusable trimmings or shavings, while businesses and members of the public send us confidential documents to be shredded in a confidentially secure section of our facility. These records are fed into our secure access restricted shredder, where they are shredded into small pieces, compressed into bales, and shipped to paper mills for processing.
The float includes trees made with scrap recycled steel and more than 5,000 earth-friendly LED lights. The float was built by a core team of more than 25 people.
As our family gets ready to celebrate the Festival of Lights, we'd like to wish you and yours a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, and a wonderful and family-filled holiday season.
Well, it was beautiful.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very
It shows you all of the work that these businesses and companies and organizations put into creating things like that, and they do a fantastic job.
I sure had a lot of fun with you guys tonight.
I did
A lot of fun with you guys too.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have a long list of people to thank. Ready?
Yes.
Volunteers, community partners, and Silver Bell sponsors. We want to thank you for making this event possible. On behalf of Bob Hoffman, Mark
I told you we should
Visita.
have name tags. I said
No,
that.
I know your names. And everyone at Fox 47, Downtown Lansing Inc., Lansing Public Media, the City of Lansing, and myself, Sarah Swistak. I got that name right, thankfully. Thank you all so much for joining us. We sure do appreciate it. Good night, everyone, and happy holidays!
Thank you for watching the Silver Bells in the City Electric Light Parade. The Silver Bells in the City Parade broadcast is supported by Delta Dental of Michigan, proud Lansing supporter, committed to improving the oral and overall health of Michigan children and adults. Learn more about Delta Dental at deltadentalmi.com. And by Spartan Motors. Spartan Motors, headquartered in Charlotte, is proud to call Mid-Michigan home, manufacturing purpose-built fire trucks, delivery vehicles, and RV chassis. Spartan Motors employs nearly 2,200 associates in facilities across 7 states and 3 countries. Learn more at spartanmotors.com.